Time to go inside the ropes now with our golf insider, Celia Palermo. And Celia, Chris Goddard comes in as the highest-ranked golfer in the field. It took some time for him to get going, but today, once he started going, you couldn't stop him.
Yeah, it was no looking back for Chris Goddard once he got going today. His 62 today matches it was his second lowest 18-hole score. His best ever 18-hole score was the 61 that he had at the Genesis Scottish Open in 2025, of course, which he won. He's on a plane right now to go defend that title, of course, next week in Scotland. But this was all Chris Goddard all today. But it was such an interesting day because after he got off the golf course, we kind of wondered what was going to happen, right? He headed to the range. There was some time for the last couple of groups to come off the golf course, and there were a couple of players that kind of gave things pause. What was going to happen? Was there going to be a playoff? Was somebody else going to win it outright? I mean, Ben Coles had enough holes left that he could have stacked 2 more birdies and won the title outright. So it wasn't a given that it was going to be Chris Goddard's title, even with a 62 in the books for him.
And you were out there on the driving range when Goddard found out that he won. What did you see out of him? What were the emotions like, and how was he when he found out that he was the John Deere Classic champion?
You know, it was such an emotional moment, and it's so interesting because Chris Goddard is this burly guy, right? He looks like a linebacker, but he's so full of emotion, and we've seen that from him in every single one of his wins, dating back to his first win on the PGA Tour back in 2024. I've been covering Chris since 2023 when he was on the Korn Ferry Tour, and he's just so humble as can be, and I think that's what makes him such a fan favorite even so early on in his career, is that even with all the success that he's had, 5 PGA Tour titles now in the first couple of years of his career, so much emotion. But I do have to mention that first PGA Tour title that he won in 2024, the Myrtle Beach Classic. The runners-up in those events, John Deere Classic champion Davis Thompson, and my boyfriend Alistair Doherty, who will be on the PGA Tour next year. So
got to give him a little shout out.
Had to give him a shout out. He's watching at home right now.
He might be here next year even.
Yes, he will be here.
Yes, absolutely.